What's going on, everybody? Dr. Renaissance, and I'm here in the heart of Atlanta, here to give you the latest tea, and the T that stands for topics. The first topic I want to discuss is Miss Pinky Cole. Miss Pinky Cole is, for those that don't know her, she's the CEO of Slutty Vegan ATL. So yesterday I attended Clarkland University's commencement, and she gave a really renowned speech, about failing. Failing is a way to grow and to get better. And then the most beautiful thing she did is she offered everyone, all the graduates, pathways to entrepreneurships by pretty much covering their the cost of the LLCs. So I'll just end it off with saying, Ms. Pinky Cole, we love you. I appreciate you as an alum of the university. I'm definitely proud of you, and I'm sure that our whole alumni community is proud of you. So keep doing your thing and keep striving and keep being a superstar. So the next thing that was very disturbing was I actually was looking through one of the Facebook videos, and Representative Hakeem Jeffries, he was speaking with the Judicial Committee regarding Justice Clarence Thomas pretty much being accused of not doing his job, to the best of his abilities. I don't know if some people are aware of, I know a lot of things are kind of being hidden from the things that he has done, but one instance is that he had his wife, Jeannie Thomas, was pretty much texting members that were involved in the January 6th insurrection attack, to the point to where the justices had to vote to release Donald Trump's documents, and he was the only Chief Justice that did not sign or who did not agree to release Donald Trump's documents. But then once his information was released, it was found out that his wife, Jeannie Thomas, was part of stopping the election, which could be very problematic. That being a conflict of interest, your wife is involved in stopping the election because she believes that the election was stolen. It's very problematic. He's supposed to be a justice. And keep in mind, this is an African-American male justice that has taken Justice Thurgood Marshall's seat. He was appointed by, not George W. Bush, but his father, George Bush. I mean, that's just ridiculous that you could do something like that. If it was anyone else that was doing something that would have done something like that, they definitely would have been held accountable for their actions. And personally, I do think that Justice Clarence Thomas should definitely recuse himself from many of those types of cases. And honestly, I think he should really recuse himself and honestly just retire early from his office. It's just a slap in the face for you to be a black Supreme Court justice, and then you're pretty much you're going against things that will help our black and brown communities. So come on, let's do better. Supreme Court justice submitted a document that's calling the Roe v. Wade case egregious and an egregious decision from the start. I know a lot of women are kind of frantic about it because now it's pretty much saying that abortion is illegal, regardless whether you've been raped, regardless not whether you have been molested, or it's a child that you wish to not have, or not really have the funding to finance a child. It's pretty much rolling back laws that we have fought to put in place. Honestly, I'm not really surprised about it because you just look back and see with the Voting Rights Act of 1965, part of that has been overturned in 2013 with the Supreme Court. So what I don't understand is, how is the Supreme Court able to just roll back laws years later after they put them in place? It's rigged. That's why you see why people believe that the system is rigged, because we fight to put things in place, and then 50 years later, when someone's not looking, you have Supreme Court justices rolling those laws back. And so if this is rolled back, which they say is going to be decided in a couple months, what other things are they going to roll back? Are they going to roll back slavery? Have you thought about that? Are they going to roll back more women's rights? Are you going to stop women from voting now? Are you going to roll everything back to how it used to be during the Jim Crow era? So it just goes to show we have to be attentive. We have to be attentive to what we're trying to do. We see these things, we have to be active. Us sitting aside and just complaining, that's not going to solve the answer. We have to go in there and be active participants in this society. And honestly, I can say that a lot of people that sit here and complain about things that's going on are not putting in the work, or not getting things done, what are you going to do? Where do we go from here? As Martin Luther King has stated, where do we go from here when you see things are rolling back, when you see laws are being changed and reverted back, and you're seeing all these types of things happening? You see voting districts is changing because they believe that the voting election was rigged. So again, civil rights is something you have to continue to fight for. This is not something you just say I want to happen and then you fight one day and then you go about your merry way. It's a marathon. We have to live in this fight if we want to see the change that we want to see. Because again, you see the other side. These people are going to work to disenfranchise African American peoples and people of color. So again, what are we going to combat that? Are we going to get into these offices? Are we going to make these type of changes here at a local level? Or are we going to continue to work a 9-to-5 job that has no impact in our lives whatsoever? And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't work your 9-to-5 job. You know, some people may like their 9-to-5 job. No one succeeds alone. So there's just something to think about when we want to see ourselves elevated. You want to see yourself elevated. You elevate by helping others, by being a service to others. And again, this is just my view of what I think. And I'm speaking from a person that has worked federal elections, have worked city council campaigns, have worked state representative campaigns. This is a person that actually took the time, actually did the work, and actually worked for these campaigns and put in the time, sweat, and tears to make the things that happen. And I can see I've made a lot of change. So if one person can make all these changes, just imagine what a group of us can do if we put our mind to it.